Moving on, and most farmers will agree that their job is rewarding, but also very stressful. And that stress is only compounded by the things you can't control, as we've seen with the recent flooding throughout the state. And experts say that while you're working on getting your fields in order, you must do the same for your mental health too. As farms across Nebraska rebuild from the devastating flooding of 2019, our TVs are inundated with images that can make you feel sick to your stomach. But it's the unseen, the anxiety and hopelessness going on in a farmer's head that can linger long after the water is gone. Rural Health, Wellness, and Safety Extension educator Susan Harris-Broomfield says there are various stages flooding victims and response teams will encounter.
First of all, there is the heroic stage where everyone's coming together, everyone's bringing items to help the victims of the floods, and it's just like a busy anthill. You know, everything's working, it's great. And so then it becomes the honeymoon stage where everybody's kind of hopeful and things are going well. But then what creeps in is the disillusionment.
That stage, Susan says, is one of the most important when working with victims of a disaster. And it's at this time when more serious issues can take hold.
After a few months, everybody goes home, the victims are left to finish their cleanup, and things aren't quite as bright as they used to be. There could be substance use problems, there could be depression setting in. That is the time that we really need to work with the people who are the victims of the flood.
Besides taking stock of your own mental health, it's also important to notice any changes in your children after a traumatic event.
I think it's important to watch them in the first weeks and months after the flooding. Watch their behavior. Mostly with kids, that's where it's going to happen. Emotions are going to be different, their sleep habits maybe. Just try to keep a routine. That's what kids need, is a routine.
During tough times, experts stress the need for support systems and having a positive attitude.
When you're out of control in a situation like this, you just need to accept it, embrace it, and work for a solution. I know it sounds difficult, but it sure is a lot more productive than focusing on the problem. And also just your mental health, your physical health. Keep eating regular food. Sleep. I know it's hard at this time, but it's just so crucial. Try to put your worries aside at the end of the evening, get some sleep. Social networks is really important in this. Just talking to friends, even professionals. We think we can do it all ourselves, but we can't always do it ourselves.